This is Head Harvester Bill Arman from the West Coast, and this week is a leadership series. This is where Ed LaFlamme and I ask questions of leaders from all around the world. So the question this week is, what's the biggest mistake you've ever made? I know none of us have made very many mistakes, right? But listen to these. Boy, these are doozers.
The biggest mistake that I did was doing 4.5 mergers and acquisitions over the years. Only 1.5 of them actually worked out. The other, the math would be 3. The other 3 were very costly, but I learned a lot from those mergers and acquisitions, and I take them into every single thing that I do today.
Well, what was the biggest mistake I ever made? Well, I'm in the lawn care business, and I would say, when I owned my own company, I decided I wanted to sell off my residential lawn care business and focus in on just being a commercial contractor, which sounded like a great idea at the time. The economics worked out very well until the economy turned in 2008, and then things got a little bit interesting, and that wound up in the long term to be a very big mistake. But learning from those mistakes, I'm back in the residential lawn care business now.
I may be a little strange, but when people ask me about mistakes that I've made, I honestly have to say I've made none.
Never having a partner.
I've made a lot of mistakes. I think one of the things that mistakes that I made is maybe not starting my business earlier in my life. I worked for a great organization, and I think some of my potential I've missed out on because I started later in life, and I'm not sad for that, but sometimes I didn't have a high enough expectations for what I was capable of doing, and maybe I should have started this out sooner.
The biggest mistake I've ever made is probably a bad hire. That's something that, in some cases, it causes problems even a year or two later with good people that quit because they didn't like that person, were treated unfairly that I didn't know, or we lost some really good accounts that we could not get back. So there was a lot of pain there. So we're much more careful now when we hire.
I think our biggest mistake probably would be not asking for more help from outside people and not looking for more help from outside people earlier. Again, I think we thought, at least I thought, I can't blame my partner Bill for this, but we thought we knew a lot, or I thought I knew a lot, and we should have looked for more help outside of ourselves.
Taking on a job that we only did 10% of the work and the rest was subbed out. That was definitely one of those moments that we were embarking on something way more sophisticated than we needed to be involved with, and it really compromised and made our life pretty complicated.
Man, the biggest mistake. There's been a lot of them, but it's just not listening to the customer, putting my own perspective or thinking this is what they wanted and going that path. And it was early on just saying, well, this is what looks nice. I'm the professional, I should know, but really that client perspective is the most critical piece. So constantly needing to reaffirm that I need to listen to what they want.
So those are some pretty good answers to that question, weren't they? I hope you wrote some notes down, and this will help you a tremendous amount. We get some real positive feedback on these leadership series questions, so we hope to hear from you. Let us know what other questions you'd like to ask leaders out there. So now this is Head Harvester Bill Arman from the West Coast. I have no idea where Head Harvester Ed is. He's on the East Coast or West Coast, or he's all over the place. But I tell you one thing, we're both here to help you